Hi guys, this is Fat Math 287 and 288, and let's just get started. So if we look at number 1, it says 526 times 19. Okay, we're just going to do normal multiplication. We just have one more number to multiply. 9 times 6 is 54. Carry my 5, that's 18. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Carry my 2. 9 times 5 is 45, plus 2 is 47. Mark my spot. Put my X. 1 times 6 is 6. 1 times 2 is 2. 1 times 5 is 5. We add all that up together. We get 4, 9, 9, 9. Look at that. A lot of nines. So the answer to number 1 is 9,994. We'll do one more, and then I think you guys get the hang of it, and we'll move down to another section, which is going to be different. So number 2 is 300 times 23. Okay, 3 times 0 is 0. 3 times 0 is 0. 3 times 3 is 9. Mark my spot. 2 times 0 is 0, 2 times 0 is 0, and 2 times 3 is 6. Notice how neat my lines are. Again, remember, what did I say from the very first day of school in 4th grade? Your math has to be neat and organized, because that way you can see all the numbers and there's no little error for mistakes. Okay, you're not scrunching up the numbers, adding them wrong, or thinking it's a different number. Keep your rows nice and straight, neat and organized. Okay, now we're going to add them all up. 0 plus nothing is 0. 0 plus 0 is 0. 9 plus 0 is 9. And bring down my 6. We have 6,900. Okay, now that's going to be the same, just what you've been practicing and what you've been working on. 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, now be careful. When you get to 8 through 12, you're actually going to be making an estimate. You're going to be saying to yourself, what's the likelihood that these two numbers, when I multiply them, they're going to be about this? So, number 8 says 334 times 48. Okay? So we're going to do a little bit of mental math right now. If we were to round 334 to the nearest 100, would we round it to 300, or would we round it up to 4? Well, there are things that tell us what to do. So we look at our hundreds place. We look next door. That guy is smaller than 5. So it doesn't make sense for us to jump all the way to 400, right? So remember, 5 and above, we round up, and below is we round down. So this 334 actually can get rounded, to 300. Okay? Now 48 is a different story. 48, we're rounding to the nearest 10. So here's our tens place. We look next door. The 8 is larger than 5, higher than 5. So what do? We round up. 48 we would then round it to 50. Now we do the math. You know what? There's a bad glare. There we go. So what do we know about zeros? 5 times 3 is 15, and we add 1, 2, 3 zeros. We have ourselves 15,000. Now, if we look at our choices for number 8, they're asking us to guess. 334 times 48. Is it about 15,000? Is it about 2,000? Or is it about 1,500? Well, we just figured it out. The answer is 15,000. We didn't even do any of the math. Pretty cool, huh? We rounded these two numbers and we estimated that this is about 15,000, give or take. Okay, so let's do the next one. Number 9 says 82 times 47. So let's get our normal equation. Okay, now we're going to round both of these numbers. 82. We're rounding to the nearest 10. We look next door, it's a 2. It's lower than 5, so we round down. So 80. Now, 47. Rounding to the nearest 10, we look next door, it's a 7. It's higher than 5, so we round up. So this is going to be round to 50. Now we have a new math problem. I didn't even have to write anything down. I didn't even have to do the math. That's how cool this is. What is 8 times 5? 40. How many zeros do we have in our problem? Sorry guys, sorry about the glare. 2. So if we were to guess and say, 82 times 47, it's about 4,000. So what are our choices for number 9? 400,000, good grief, 14,000, or 4,000. What does that say? 4,000. Okay, are you catching on? It's pretty fun. Okay, so let's do number 10. 629 times 81. Okay, now we're going to round. This one's going to be rounded to the nearest 100. So we look next door, it's a 2, it's smaller than 5, so we round down. 629, we round to 600. 81, we're rounding to the nearest 10, we look next door, it's a 1, it's lower than 5, so we round down. This is going to be 80. Now, what do we know about zeros? We can multiply the two numbers and add the zeros after. So what's 6 times 8? 48. How many zeros do we have? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So we could say 629 times 81 is about 48,000 because we did our rounding. So what are our choices for number 10? Oh, the first one, 48,000. The second one, 4,200. And the third one is 1,400. Boom, the first one. So we would circle 48,000. Okay, good job. Let's move on to the word problem. So y'all know how to do 1 through 7. We went over that. Now you know how to do 8 through 12. We went over that. Number 13. It says estimate to find the approximate answer and then label. All 115 fourth graders met the goal of memorizing 25 verses of scripture. Approximately, how many verses did all of the students memorize? So approximately, remember, means to estimate. Just what we did before. We were rounding. So we're going to do that for this problem. So let's break it down. We have 115 fourth graders. Right off the bat, what are we going to round that to? Well, the nearest 100, here's our 100. We look next door, it's a 1. It's lower than 5, so we can round 115 easily to 100, okay? Then it says their goal is to memorize 25 verses, okay? So 25, we're rounding to the nearest 10. This is a 5. Remember, 5 and above, we round up. So this can be round up to 30. So we have our problem. 100 times 30, or 1 times 3 is 3, and we have 1, 2, 3 zeros. 1, 2, 3 zeros. So the equation that we write is 100 times 30 equals 3,000 verses. You knew that. Good job. Okay, so number 14, same. You're rounding, but this is a two-parter. So let's see this one together. Number 14, Mr. Henson bakes and decorates 3 orders of about 100 cupcakes. So we have 3 orders of 100. I'm just taking notes. Okay, 3 orders, 100 cupcakes each morning. Each afternoon, he makes 275 snack cakes to be shipped to stores. So 275 snack cakes. So he makes cupcakes and snack cakes. Sounds delicious. About how many desserts does he make each day? Okay, so to simplify this, I'm going to read the first part again. Okay? Mr. Henson bakes and decorates 3 orders of about 100 cupcakes each morning. And they put a period. So that means that's our first math problem right there. We have to figure out 3 orders of 100 cupcakes. So let's say South Bay Campus ordered 100 cupcakes, West Campus ordered 100 cupcakes, and East Campus ordered 100 cupcakes. That's what that first sentence means. He had 3 separate orders. Each order had 100. So we would just multiply, okay? Because 100 at South, 100 at West, 100 at East. That's a total of 300 cupcakes. I'll put cupcakes. Sorry. Okay? So, you guys know that that's there. So then let's do part B. So then the other part says, each afternoon he makes 275 snack cakes to be shipped. So it's not this many orders, it's just this many snack cakes. So about how many? Well, we can't really round 300 to anything other than itself, so we're good there. But we haven't round this number yet. So if we're rounding to the nearest 100, we look next door, it's a 7, it's higher than 5, so it gets round up to 300. So now we've got 300 snack cakes and 300 cupcakes. What do you think we need to do now? If we're looking to see how many total, we would add the cupcakes plus the snack cakes. So 300 plus 300 equals 600 desserts. And there you have it. Okay? So it sounds like a lot when you first read it, but if you break it down sentence by sentence and problem by problem, you're able to just work it out like this. Okay? So the box is going to, in your box, your little peach box, 3 times 100 equals 300, and then 300 plus 300 equals 600 desserts. Okay? So this is the cupcakes. This is the snack cakes. And so we just added the cupcakes and the snack cakes to make the total dessert. Okay. Number 15 and 16, you are estimating and doing the math. Okay, page 288 is just more review of what you did on page 287. So, you guys rock. You're awesome. I know you can do it. And until the next one, bye guys.